be right behind you. Let's spin around. There she is. You're not used to doing this, are you, Screw? She got you. Go ahead. All right. Thank you, James. Sherine, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Awesome, man. I wish I could tell you I got caught in traffic driving on the coast in Hawaii, but I got hit a few too many lights getting here. What's the weather like in Hawaii this morning?
I'm sorry. It's
It's
perfect.
perfect. Oh my gosh. You got some blue sky and some puffy white clouds.
It's just pretty much blue sky today. It's sunny and it's beautiful.
That's awesome. You even look good in your avatar, man. I love it. You always look sharp, man. That's so funny. Well, and congratulations. You are newly married. How long have you been married now?
2 months.
You're like a newlywed. You're on your honeymoon. That's awesome. And I know Bob from South Lake Tahoe, or no, North Lake Tahoe from Squaw Valley area. That is awesome. You guys have been friends for what, 20, 25 years?
Well, that's you and I.
Oh, I thought you and Bob went way back.
Well, we go back 12 and a half years.
Oh, I didn't know that. You guys barely know each other then. Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding. But you're madly in love, and that is awesome. I think Bob's just a great guy, so congratulations. Well, hey, so you haven't had a chance to kind of tell everyone your story yet. Have you, about your background, how you got into real estate? You and I met, honestly, I think you and I met 30 years ago. I hate to say that, but
We were like 20 years old.
it might have been more than 30 years ago. God, time flies. But tell everyone a little bit about your story, your journey in real estate, and like a 2-minute overview. I think it's kind of cool. I love your background.
Okay. Well, basically, I was born in Minnesota. My grandfather was first broker in LA. Zero broker. I then grew up in Sacramento. My father owned a brokerage firm as well. So I was running around measuring houses when I was like 10 years old, looking through like the dictionary book to help them buy property. And I grew up in it. My dad was not going to be in real estate, so instead I went into the mortgage industry. I guess that's still real estate. I moved to San Francisco and had a mortgage company there, started in my 20s.
Wow.
Got out of San Francisco and a mortgage company. I was 40 years old, 41, and I ended up moving to Lake Tahoe, and I thought, I wasn't sure what I was going to do there. Fidelity National Title got a hold of me, and they ended up offering me sales manager job for the state of Hawaii, and they moved me. So I went to Hawaii 8 years ago. I was used to owning my own business, and I'm used to commission, so after 2 years of corporate, as much as I love Fidelity National Title, I had to get out. So I started selling houses.
Right.
6 years ago, and I love it. My dad's so happy that I finally did it. It's been all my life to do it.
And you had resisted, right? Oh, we lost you. She went to a.
Let you know.
We see her, but her bubble turned into like bubble. Maybe it's me, but can everyone hear me? We lost her. So okay. So I will text her and tell her to relog back in or something. She probably bumped her computer and disconnected. Probably my computer's out. Okay. Okay, we're gonna call her. The cool thing is her avatar is frozen on stage, so they get to it'll work. This will totally work.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. That's why we're a great real estate, because our computers die. Hey, your avatar is frozen on stage, so they're not gonna know the difference. It's all good. So I'll just put you on speakerphone, and everyone can hear you, and they won't even miss a beat. Somebody type if you can hear her okay, just real quick. And by the way, Sherine, you resisted real estate. You finally got to do it, and your dad was so happy, and you took to it like a fish to water.
I did. I loved it. I jumped in, and I was in the top 100 realtors my second year in business, my first full year in business, I guess.
Is that in Hawaii? In Hawaii.
In Hawaii. There's 9,000 agents here, so I just loved it. It worked.
Wow.
And so anyway, basically after that, I heard about, I was going to, my whole plan was to have my own small brokerage firm. I branded myself with Hawaii Lux Homes and was just ready to leave KW and get involved in just having my own little Hawaii Lux Homes. About that time, Chris, sorry about the neighbors are doing construction. Chris Okamura got in touch with me through Facebook. And I finally watched the video just as I was about to take up on my own. And basically then I just couldn't unsee what I saw. I was the fastest. It took him 3 months to get me to watch the video. Once I watched the video, I just typed it in the capital letters I'm in.
Did you really? No question. No question.
Well, Brent, I called you actually. I saw you on the video. You weren't doing the video, but I saw like a background to Brent Gove, and I was like, Brent's doing this? And I called you.
Right.
I called you. You were like, oh, that's record realty. I was with you in mortgage business. I didn't tell you about it.
Yeah. Small world.
So I called you, and that was it. I knew you long enough. I knew if Brent Gove bought into this, then it must be worth something. And I already was getting super excited about it.
That's
So
awesome.
That was it. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. So
2 years, 3 months ago.
2 years, 3 months ago, and you were doing the luxury market in Oahu there on Oahu. Yeah, awesome. And you're Keller Williams, and so you switched. Keller Williams probably went, that is so awesome. We're so happy for you, right? No? No. Not really.
I love the call from Colette Chan saying, what are you thinking? And that company's crazy. Are you know what you're doing?
I know. So let's fast forward just for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun. What were your profit sharing checks like back in your paid up days? Do you remember what they were monthly?
I never ever received a dime. I did bring a few people in, but I never received any money.
Okay.
That's in Hawaii.
And how's what's your revenue share check like these days roughly?
Nowadays it's about 20,000, and I literally have just been selling real estate the last 2 years and 3 months and sharing when convenient. I have not been a big recruiter.
So let me stop you. So that's 20,000 a year compared to nothing a year at Keller Williams, and now you're making 20,000 a year with EXP.
A month.
Oh, a month! I didn't know that. Oh, a month. I might have known that. I might have been one of the bigger softball pitches. Everybody in my office is going to go, a month. I go, I might know that.
That is so funny.
That was good. That was good.
It took that knot out of my stomach, I love being a realtor. At the same time, there's that 3 month knot, like, what's it going to be 3 months down the road? What am I closing? I don't even think that way. That knot's gone because I know my bills are paid every month thanks to EXP. And now I'm just enjoying the ride, enjoying the journey.
That's awesome.
Sharing it and knowing I'm changing lives. My life has changed completely. Just having that knot gone, knowing that your bills are paid no matter what you sell.
Yeah. So you can 20,000 a month helps you budget a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I don't know if it's $8 a gallon here.
Gas is cheaper than milk. I love it.
Oh, that's a half gallon. Sorry.
Oh, that's a half. You are my sister from another mother. That is hilarious. So okay, so you went at building EXP a little bit different. You haven't been super aggressive with it. You've just really come from contribution and try to love and help people and serve. And so you've sponsored what, about 30 now or something like that?
Right at 30, yeah.
And I think today is the day you hit kind of a fun number, which is, I know you were over 200, but I think today you hit how much?
I'm hoping to flip over 300 today.
Wow. So for about every 10 people you sponsored, it's led to 130, 300. And to, what could you have done in the past 2 years that would give you something with a cash flow of 20,000 a month?
Good grief, being from title and mortgage. I always come serving realtors, right? That's just my mentality because I've been kissing realtors babies for a long time. So I think it just comes from that, just always looking to see what I can do to help other realtors. And so I have a great reputation with them. And when they see that, a lot of times they're just calling on one of my open houses, and I'll be like, oh, easy XT. And then they'll call me, want to see one of my properties, and then say, I want to learn more about EXP. So they maybe have heard about it somewhere or something, but then when they call me, they say they want to sit down and learn about it, and that's pretty much how I built the 30 people that I have sponsored.
That's awesome. And they have led you to people on Maui and Kauai and Oahu and Kona too?
All the islands, a lot of them, yeah. We have our big island, yeah, there's a lot. We're now, I mean, Hawaii, when I first got involved, nobody knew what it was. There were 6 agents in Hawaii that had been here for 2.5 years. So when I got involved, yeah, I definitely started throwing sand and getting people's attention.
That is awesome. I just think.
Yeah, now there's 240 agents in Hawaii. Only half of those are in my business, but it has taken off here.
But yet you have 300 in your business, so from there it's gone back to the mainland.
Yeah.
You're in a few different states, I suppose?
18 states now.
Wow. So if the market tanks in Hawaii, your income's spread out over different states. Do you have any Canadians yet?
I have a couple on the stands in Calgary. I'm really hoping to bring over.
That is awesome.
Really, really, really hoping to get these guys over.
That is awesome. So back to, because everybody here has come to EXP. This is kind of a little leadership think tank. And they've all had their regional manager at RE/MAX or at Coldwell Banker or Keller Williams. And you see, like Colette Chang is a very well respected and loved regional manager, franchise owner for Keller. And she was like, oh, are you crazy? So here's a and she probably didn't well meant it, right? Like,
oh, yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
She is such a pistol.
Yeah.
I actually have tons of respect for her. But she owns the Keller Williams that I left,
Right,
so
right.
she gave me a call saying, Sherine, really, they don't really have proven themselves yet, and blah, blah, blah. And it was so great just because that didn't make me waver whatsoever. I mean, you have to think about who's speaking to you. I mean, of course, if I don't know you, I'm scared to death at the brokerage firm. I'm scared of them. And so just take into consideration who's speaking. What do they have to lose or win by speaking good or bad about next week? Think about it.
Yeah.
So, and I knew right off the bat, what? I understand where she's coming from. I feel the same way. Thank God I'm in my shoes and not hers right now. So
Right. It's like you and Blockbusters together, and you sold hers, and she's the regional franchise owner for Blockbuster. You're like, what are you doing? And you feel nothing but empathy for them. And they're so deep. They're knee deep, neck deep, waist deep into what they're doing. They can't get out. They're in and they're stuck, and things are changing. So, yeah, it's interesting because all the other brokerages, Realty One, Berkshire, Sotheby's, Christie's, they're not offering to make their agent owners. They're not really sharing stock with them. And they're not, and if they do, I know a few do some stuff with the stock, but there's no revenue share. And really, that's what has been the huge play is, I mean, $20,000 a month. If we have a financial planner in the audience or somebody who's up, the investment you need to kick out a $20,000 a month cash flow is just astronomical. It's like in the millions. And yeah, so that $20,000 a month. Now here's the cool thing. A year ago it was probably $10,000 a month, so it grew 100% from 10 to 20. Today it's 20. What's cool in a year? We take your 300 and we grow them to 600, and it goes to 40,000 a month. I mean, in a year.
I'm 7 levels deep. I'm throwing money away left and right now. So I need to get to my 40. I'm very motivated right now. That's why, I'm excited about going to Mexico because now when I get around guys that are doing so much more than me, I just get completely motivated to come back and actually talk to realtors. That's a great concept.
Yeah. So for those of you that are new in the audience, when she said she's several levels deep, most of you know, but there's 20%. You're like, what does she mean by that? She's got 300 people in her group as of probably today. She'll go 299, 300 today. It's a very exciting day for you today. Congratulations, Sherine. But here's the deal. If she has, let's say, 40 of those on her 7th level, and she's not at 40, she's not getting rev share of her 7th level. And let's say 20 of them are cappers this year. That's 20 times 4,000. That's $80,000. And then another, say 20 half cappers. There's another 10. It's like 90,000 a year that she could be getting in them. So you're motivated to get your last 10 and get over that 40 and add 90,000 to your income just from the 7th level.
The infrastructure is there. It's all there. I just have to apply myself a little bit and try to sponsor a few agents. Actually, just try to share to a few agents out there that probably are looking for me if I would just open my eyes and get those 40 FLQAs. So I'm excited.
I mean, I love it. And the hardest part of this business is getting started, getting the training out of the station. You've done that. You've built the base. You've done that over the past 2 years, and you really had fun doing it. And now it's going to get to the crazy stage. We go from 300 to 3,000. I'm telling you, Stu, do you remember, James?
Oh, yeah.
Over here when we had 300.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you remember when we hit 3,000?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember when we hit 6,000?
Oh, yeah.
And this year we're going to go 10, 11,000. It just keeps going. It's not about us. It's not about you. It's about you and us helping others, taking our eyes off themselves, which for 20 years it was about me at Remax. It was about me at Keller-Williams and whatever team I created, showing agents I had, listing agents I had, marketing, brand. It was all about me. And now if you're going to succeed at EXP, it's all about the people you bring into the business and supporting them and helping them sell more real estate and be better and attracting you. It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it is cool. I have 1,000 everywhere. Everywhere. I want to go 1,000 this year, which is going to be some work, but I truly believe it can happen. So that's my goal. I'm pushing for it hard. We broke it down, and so now I have a lot of work to do, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. Realtors are happy about this.
So I should ask you, so your goal is to grow to 1,000 agents by the end of 2020.
Yes.
That is awesome. Now your new hubby, they're sugar daddies. It sounds more like you're a sugar mama to me, boy, because that's going to bring in about $750,000 a year, about $750,000 a year cash flow, which is just stupid. I mean, you have a real shot at that, and to thought 2 years ago that you'd be making, $750,000 of it. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I got a sneaking suspicion it's going to happen. Because no one has what's the saying? No one can stop a woman with a plan because no one has a plan to stop her, right? They're too busy just trying to survive. Nobody's got a plan to stop you. And it's just, do we have a plan? Do we execute on that plan daily? Do we love people well enough? Do we forgive? Do we live from passion and love and joy and hope? And then do we forgive often and velocity? Because harboring bitterness is like the beginning of the end. And that's who you are. When I think of you, Sherine, you light up a room, you're a people person, you love, you give. And you're okay if people don't come to EXP, you're okay. You're still loving them, which is what makes you such an attractive person and why Bob fell in love with you, because you are a giver in life.
Well, thank you. You really said that nice.
Yeah, I got a whole list right here. We're doing that next. I made a list of all those things. So, one thing I noticed day one, you started flying from Hawaii. People complain, I got to go down to Las Vegas, or I got to fly over to, all the way to Mexico. It's a bit further. First, you got to get to the mainland 4 hours. Then you got to fly to Las Vegas or Florida, across the country. I mean, your commitment's so much bigger, but it's interesting. I always see you showing up at big events, and you make a little mini vacations while you're there. But when you meet people that are just slaying the dragon, it inspires you. Do you agree with that? I think you mentioned that earlier.
That's why I don't miss it. I can't believe which they help. I swear, every time I go to an event, I come home sponsored by people.
Wow.
So an event is where it's sponsored by people.
That's a great way of looking at it. That's a great, we have like 4 events a year. And so there's 20 a year, and in 2 years, there's your 40. And you're slacking though, you're only at 30, Sherine, so we gotta, see, I was mean, that was mean to say you're slacking. That was good. I love it. So, but I really believe you'll sponsor 10, 15 this year, no problem, maybe even 20, and you'll go 40, 45, 50. And you're going to hit that goal of 1,000 because you have a plan, you focus. And so what would you say to people in the audience that are just really wanting that breakthrough and wanting to attract agents? Because this meeting is not about selling homes or listing homes. We have a bunch of meetings in the cloud here and in the world about how to list properties and sell properties. This one's about acquiring stock and mainly developing your organization so they can make 10, 20, 30,000 a month. What would you advise them, from your heart? What is it they can do if they want that breakthrough and they want to grow? What advice do you have to maybe for a new agent or a seasoned agent? Or what would you say?
Build relationships with agents. I don't mean just go out and cold call, but build relationships with agents that you have any connection with at all. Build the relationships because when they're built, they're going to listen to you. So my advice is to build relationships.
I love that. So I know there's agents right there going, yeah, but I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? How do I do that? So how practically, what are some ways that you say, if you were new and you weren't a title rep, because you really mortgage and title, you were trained to build relationships with agents. That's what you had to do if you were going to make it a mortgage and title unless you're a refi shop. And so, but where should they start if they're new at building relationships? How do they do that?
I think when you run into, go out to open house, go where you're going to run into realtors, go to the, weekly, whatever thing they have in your area, and be standing next to them. Be prepared. Know which agents you already know a little bit, okay? But be prepared. Always be prepared. And then go stand by that person. Go stand by them. And then you say, how about let's go to coffee? Let's go to coffee next week. Or let's go to coffee after this. You want to run, just get them so that you're one-on-one with them. And when you do, don't just jump in and start telling them all about EXP. Find out about them. Learn about them. Find out about what makes them tick, why they're selling real estate, who their kids are, who their animals are, what's important to them. I think it's important to have that first meeting and maybe not even talk about EXP. If you do, don't talk about it much. Certainly don't make that the whole meeting. Literally build that relationship. Then you will have the opportunity, especially if you only give them a little bit about EXP, they will want to know more. So I think that the first thing is just to start really building relationships. Take the time to have coffee and then lunch, maybe happy hour. Invite them to something that you're going to go look at houses. You're going to go to some opens. You want to go tour some houses with me? I don't know. Just be a realtor friend.
Be creative. Figure it out, right? And
yeah.
You have less room for that in Hawaii. It's more of it's an island, right? Whereas here, they can drive over to Fairfield, Vacaville, up in the Napa and Sonoma, or into San Francisco or San Jose or down to Stockton. They can actually, go places, El Dorado County, Placer County. There's so much room. Hop a flight. It's a 55-minute flight down to Pasadena. I literally just got one for it was, Stu, what was the cost of that flight? Was it $39 one way, $49? But we thought it was going to cost $1,000. It was to Denver, and one of the routes are Tucson.
$69.
It was $69. This Thursday, I'm flying to Denver round trip for $228. Now the flight back was like a whopping $128. What if there was a Mike Perry event in Denver with 5,000 agents? I can't afford to go to that. Really? Did you get on Southwest and you took a long getaway airfare and you hop in? I'm flying. I'm going to be in Colorado Springs at 5 o'clock.
And then I don't have space. You want a space? Yeah. Just make it uniform. Whatever you do.
Done. So what?
Yeah, and then put the T.
Well, you got glasses. I can't read my computer. Yeah. People are typing stuff. So what you and I are talking about is getting creative and just making it happen and loving people. Oh, I like these glasses. These are really cool. He buys me them off readers off Amazon. We get like 10 at a time, and I lose them like for a week. I don't know where I leave them. I know it's terrible. You know, someone said, how do you approach agents? Like once you've had coffee with them, and do you ever say, hey, I want to talk to you about EXP, or are they pretty much asking you?
I try to make it so they're asking me. So when I go have coffee with them, I really get to know them. I mean, I really do the whole get to know you, and then tell them, and then I'll ask how they like the company they're with, whatever it is. What do you like about Coldwell Banker? You know, what is it that you like the most? And then usually that will make them say, well, what about EXP? That one's kind of new and growing fast, you know. So then I'll give a little bit, and my nuggets will be like making them want more, but I won't stay on topic. Like they say, what do you like about EXP? Oh my gosh, my bills are paid. That's what I like. You know, something just crazy. Makes them go, what? You know?
Yeah, I'd love to have my bills paid. Tell me more.
Yeah, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, that'll be for another day. I'll talk to you about that, because it's amazing.
So as we're wrapping up today, some things I learned about you. You have 1,000 written. I heard you say I have it written everywhere. Yeah. So what do you mean by that? Like at your office, on your refrigerator, on your mirror, on your car? Yeah. All over.
Yes, everywhere.
Awesome.
2020 vision.
So I guess for everyone in the audience here, what is your goal for this year? Is it 100? Is it 500? Is it 1,000? Is it 5,000? What is your goal? And then personals, 40 plus would be another good thing to write if you haven't done that, Sherine. And
I got it.
No, of course you do. Of course you do. And so everyone listening, those are some things you could do. Get relationships with agents. Don't jump on them. She said, don't make it all about EXP. Make it about them. People love to talk about themselves and their lives. And
they'll be excited to meet with you again, because it's all about them.
Yeah. And let it be. Sometimes people are just ready, other times timing. But if you like when I first met my wife, I didn't say, hey, let's get married. I started with, let's go to coffee, right? And then we went to dinner, and then I asked her to get married 2 months later. Okay, I do go for the close, but but I didn't say that the day I met her. So some of you are like trying to switch people to EXP so fast. Now, if you have the relationship with them, you could go, oh my gosh, Sherine, how you been? I haven't talked to you forever. I love you. You're amazing. What's going on? And hey, I want you to see this. And what do you think? Wow, this is great. But if you don't have that relationship, you're going from 0 to 60 too fast. You need to build some relationship equity and capital with that person, which is trust, right?
It's amazing, Brent, because when I build relationships with people, they do hear about EXP. God knows where. Everybody hears about it now. But the first thing they do is go to the realtor they know that has a relationship with them and is in EXP that they respect. I mean, they just do it all the time. So if you're not building your relationships, what happens is all of a sudden you're working with somebody, or you think, and you tell them a little bit about EXP, or maybe you throw up on them about EXP, and they're going to turn around another person they have a relationship with.
I love it.
Keep that in mind.
I love it. So real quick, just as we wrap this up, what final bit of advice do you have for anyone on this call? Get to Mexico. I mean, Mexico's only 10 days away. Is that a crazy thought for them they weren't going, or?
I did it last minute. Remember 2 years ago, you got me to go last minute. I just thought, okay, I'm in.
What?
Somebody canceled a room, Sherine, and I said, okay, I'm there.
You got it.
I went the very last minute, and I don't ever want to miss anything again. I mean, if you just think about it, your investment is you probably leave there and go home and sponsor 5.
Yep. And who knows what that will lead you to.
Exactly.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Show up. That's my show up, my wife.
Show up. I love it. People love your talk. Marguerite is so fired up. She's going to be there. I know. She's listening to you here. She's typing all kinds of stuff in the chat bar. I know you're on my phone. You can't see it, but they love you. Sam Holman's typing away. He's a wild man. I got Joanna. She just sponsored her first person here in Sacramento. She's so excited. And she wants to know if we have a recording of this. Did we record this? say this was a good one we did.
I am recording it if it turns out he doesn't.
If it turns out, well, I think it turned out.
No,
So,
I mean the tech.
no, the tech part of it turned out. I thought he was like, I don't know, Sherine cut the mustard. Jeez, these guys are tough. So if the tech, it's a little tricky to record in the world like this, but we did our best. Oh, good, Joanna's typing. So if we can get a copy, so I think this was a really good one. Next Monday, I'm interviewing George Philbeck in Orlando, Florida. He has, how's that, George?
We already had him last week.
Oh, we had George last week?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm sure George was amazing.
It wasn't.
With George, does George have about 300 too, something like
Yeah,
that?
he does. He's a close. I think that.
Do you know George Philbeck, Sherine?
Yeah.
Orlando, Georgie has about 300 as well. His group's just like yours. You guys should set a goal to race to 1,000. First one 1,000. That's probably the other one a Diet Coke or something. A pina colada. But George loves to drink though, so he might go for a glass of red wine or something. But anyways, that sounded terrible. He does love to drink. That sounds terrible. That's not really what I mean, but it kind of is. I know, I'm digging a hole. Everybody, let's all pray for George. No, I'm kidding, I'm totally kidding. But anyways, I'm going to go with that. We're going to end this on George Loves to Drink. This was titled this one called George Loves to Drink, and Shirine's a rock star from Hawaii. Love everybody on the call. Sherine, thanks for coming on today.
Aloha. Mahalo.
Aloha, mahalo, much love.